Last year when I extracted honey, I put it all in 5-gallon buckets because I had some people tell me they were wanting to make mead and they wanted 5 gallons at a time for making it. So I put it in buckets, and since then it had crystallized in the buckets. This is what it looks like in there right now. And so we bought a bucket heater because the people that told me they wanted it kind of fell through on the deal. I've talked to them a few different times and they said, yeah, and then nothing. So, no biggie, but I was just working on planning on just bottling it into regular 1 pounds, and we've actually done some quart jars, but this is the bucket that I've got this blanket on it for insulation, and that's the bucket heater right there. And this is it after warming it back up, decrystallizing it, or reliquifying it, or however you want to call it. And we're going to do some bottling. I'm going to pour it into a bucket with a honey gate on it, and then we're going to bottle it up. So this bucket is one of the buckets that I use when I want to do some bottling. And it has what they call a honey gate on it. I don't know how high I have to lift it for the camera. Anyhow, you loosen it up, you open it up like so, the honey pours out, then you close it, honey stops pouring out. And so that's that bucket. And I have this screen, you can see through, it's got some wax on it or whatever, but it's a 600 micron screen. So it'll get particles that are bigger than 600 microns, but it lets the honey flow through, catch anything. The guys that were going to make mead said they wanted a little bit of wax and other things in there because it gives it flavor. I tried to kind of screen a lot of it out, but some of the buckets I did put a little, or not put some in it, but I didn't catch everything because they said they were fine with it. So now I'm going to screen it out and bottle it. Let's see if we can get this to happen without making a mess. So I see some pollen floating around in there on the edges, and looks like it's flowing through the screen pretty nicely. I won't be able to get all of it in there the first pour, just because it's the bucket was all the way full, and with this screen, ooh, man, it smells good. It's getting up there towards the screen. It smells delicious. Maybe if I had some helpers. I've got a couple upstairs. They're supposed to be coming down to give me a hand. Let me go grab them. Ready? Yep. I brought my lovely assistant. She's gonna hold the screen up so I can pour this and we can get it all in the bucket. It's flowing through really nice. It's warm, so it helps it. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know how serious I'm going to get with the rest of that. Because, oh, that's the chocolate chip cookies. Of course. Come off there. Just one of these numbers. There you go. Get the beeper. And it's got some stuff that it caught in here. A little bit of pollen, maybe a little bit of wax. But everything else got that good stuff in the honey, and help with allergies and help with other things. That's that. Now we're gonna put some in bottles, maybe. Well, I just got back from my trip to Buffalo. I was there most of the day, and the gentleman that I had driving up there had a couple of different appointments, and everything's closed down. It looks like a ghost town up there. Tried to get into Cabela's, that's closed. Had a pretty funny bathroom story, but maybe I'll try to make a funny video about that. We'll see. So we've got the honey sitting here in the bucket, and I have a gentleman from the next village over coming to get a gallon of honey from me. So I want to do some bottling first of some 1.5 pounders and some quarts just to get it down a little bit. Then when he comes, we'll put a gallon in, and then we'll finish the rest up when we get there. So we'll get this right off the edge here. And we'll get a few of these over here. Just want to see what this looks like, what the color looks like. You might want to put a plate underneath there. I don't know if you can see it from that angle. We might have to change it. It looks pretty clear to me. So I just kind of, I used to use a funnel or whatever. Now we just try to have good marksmanship and fill them up to the right level. Grab another bottle. Oh crap. I had that set so it would tear that out. These are 1.5s, right? Oh, we need 0.4 ounces. I try to make sure everything gets the right amount, or sometimes a little over, just so we know that it got what it needed. There we go. So there it is. It's got a little bit of air in it, just by the way it's being filled. But that's some nice looking honey. And then it's got a little honey on the lip there, on the mouth of the bottle, so we'll clean that off with a clean sanitary instrument, like a napkin, like a, I don't know what we use, like a washcloth. And then we put these caps on that are self-sealing. And that's the one. Alright, the gentleman just showed up. He brought 2 jars. He wants to fill them both. We're going to give him a deal. We're going to give him the quarantine discount and do $4.50 a pound. $4.50 a pound, $4.50. Who says that? I do, right now. Okay, so we're going to just see. I'm going to put that on there, just keep it going. Let's see what we can fit in this thing. I don't know if this is a 1/2 gallon or what it is. So he had gotten one of our business cards from a cousin or something, and his wife was just about out, and most of the stores are closed. The store that he normally gets it from is closed. And so they gave us a ring, which worked out well. See, that's full. Unless it's close to the next pound, I'll switch it. All right. Let's see, that is 5 pounds, 14 ounces. That's probably good. You want to give me that gallon now? Here it is. I got it already. That won't. That's not going to measure that. I'll have to subtract. Hey, Brielle. You want to put a lid on that jar? Child labor. That's what quarantine's good for.
No, it's illegal.
It's right in front of you. You're not seeing it. Oh, baby. Yeah. 5 pounds, 14 ounces. So this is our kitchen honey distribution center. And we don't have a ton of it right now. Hopefully we'll be getting some more once we build the bees up. We have enough to supply some people, but if you were to get a hold of us, we'll let you know if we have any or not. This gentleman said his wife eats really healthy, and she got this gallon in December. So 3.5, 4 months that took for her to finish this off. I don't know if she cooks with it. You can take honey and substitute the sugar. Whatever it says for sugar, you can put the same amount of honey in most recipes, and it's usually a lot healthier that way. It's still sugar, but it's not. It's got enzymes and the pollen and things like that in there that helps. So we try to do that whenever we can. Call that good. Oh, it's full. I can't get very much more in there. So, all right. We had to clean off the bathroom scale. Come on. Can't get it to work. Hey. There we go. What's going on? Is it not balanced over here? There we go. And 12 pounds even. Awesome. Well, that's it. 5 gallons of honey all bottled, and a lot of it's going to be sold, I guess. Joy's been on Facebook, and I think we've got 5 quarts going out tomorrow. And I sold 1.5 gallons to that gentleman that you saw me bottle those big bottles. He might even be selling some of them out of his house. So I better start heating up another bucket so we can bottle some more. But that's part of the gatherer of my channel. You know, we are talking about hunting and gathering things, and the bees, that's part of it, and gathering the honey so that we can eat it ourselves, which this one didn't quite get a full 1.5 pounds, So that's probably going to be Joy's coffee sweetener. She loves to put it in there. If you haven't tried it, I think it's supposed to be really good. She puts maple syrup in there sometimes too. Let's see. I think this is video 16?
I think so.
We're getting better at them. We're learning. And my son was talking to me today and was telling me some pointers. And he also was telling me that I did some good things, which was great to hear as being, an older person trying to do some electronic and video editing and things like that. You'd think he'd tell me I was doing it all wrong, but he gave me some positive feedback. Thanks, Brenna. Brenna shot me that word. It worked. So I was pretty surprised. I'm trying to talk him into coming tomorrow. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, and I think the walls are starting to close in on him a little bit at his house or his apartment. And so I told him tomorrow I'm going to do another hunting simulation. This year's archery buck. It's one of the bucks that I was showing the skull the other day on the video. The one that was in the center on the desk. I'm going to show the video of what I did, how I got there, what happened, and why it all worked out. So we're going to simulate that hunt, and hopefully you guys tell me if you like those. I liked to make that video, and I'd like to make more of them. So let me know if that's a good idea. So I'm trying to get him to come out and do the hunting simulation video with me, so he can show me the ropes maybe. Well, like I said, that's all the honey from that bucket. We also scraped some out of the bottom that was still crystallized. I'm gonna grab that. It's just a little bit more. You can see the difference. It's still crystallized compared to that there, but that'll be more that she can put in her coffee, I guess. And kind of rambling. So that's going to be it. If you enjoyed the video, go all the way down in the comments and do a little something. My dad has been leaving all kinds of comments lately. He's like the comment king right now. All you other people that are subscribed, you got to get with the program. And just leave some comments and we'll comment back, and it'll just be great. It'll be like a big comment love fest. Anyway, that's that. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. If you want to, you don't have to. And like the video if you liked it. And share it with some friends if you want. I found out my neighbors, their daughter thinks I'm famous, which is pretty cool. But I'm not famous, but I have some videos on YouTube. But I want to tell her hi, and hopefully she's having fun watching the video. And that's it. We love you. God loves you. And God bless you all. Have a great night and have a great weekend. Bye-bye. So last year when we extracted honey, we put it all in buckets. Most of it. Come on here, dog.
She's got the hiccups.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
She's being exiled.
I'm taking her into the other room because Dad doesn't want his grandbaby in this video. He's so good at that. Don't cry. Here you go.
What do I have to say? Oh. Hey everyone. That's the end of the video. I don't like that. It's too much pressure when you guys are out there. Lots of pressure. Lots of pressure. Alright. Well, that's it.